Hello guys, welcome to today's live stream. So gold is doing pretty well as I can see here. It has taken the moving averages as its support level multiple times. You can see if we start from here, market tapped and bounced. Once again market tapped, bounced, created new highs. And here once again market came down, tapped into this green moving average, which is the 50 moving average, and from here market is pushing higher. So does that mean that we can see one more high in gold? Well, why not? Till now we have seen multiple extensions happening in gold with some consolidations, right? Here you can see when market pushed all the way high without a massive pullback, market got sideways and then market created the new highs. Here once again market came down, gave a sharp pullback, then recovered and gave new highs. So similarly, this was also a very strong pullback, took out a lot of buyers, trillions of dollars were wiped out in the market. So one more high, is that possible? Well, why not? So the structure is telling us that more extensions can definitely be seen in gold. Okay. Now the question is, what's the plan now? So the plan is that gold is actually moving like it should. When market dropped and I gave you this POI in the weekly, which market tapped and after that got displaced, I expected the same kind of price action, and market exactly is following that. However, I expected this price action over here, which market did not do, but finally we have got what we wanted. So what I want to tell you is that next move is going to be very important. I'm actually very excited for the next week because everything right now is indicating that gold is going for one more high. Obviously you should not take my words for it, but whatever we see in the market right now, as much as I have experienced in the market and as much as I have seen in gold, I can see things repeating in gold once again. And this is indicating that one more high will be seen in gold in the upcoming days. So whatever I'm talking about, it's completely technical. I'm not breaking fundamentals at all, but we have got some very important news this week, and today we had NFP which actually came out, you can say, against gold and in favor of DXY, and that's why you saw that gold actually gave us a massive drop. Also, I actually created a poll over here in my channel where I asked you what is your bias in gold right now, and some of you have voted. So I'll just stop this and see the results. Okay, so 60% of you are still bullish in gold, which is a very good thing, because you are actually following what is my plan as well. You are also following like my instincts in gold right now. So what I am expecting in gold next, and why am I expecting, I will explain that in today's stream, and hopefully you find it helpful. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to like the video already and subscribe to the channel. And for more updates in gold and silver, join my Telegram channel where I share this kind of updates. And yeah, it's completely free. You can find the link in the description. Now let's talk about what can be the next move in gold and why am I excited for the next week. So technically speaking, market is still bullish, no doubt about that. If you go to the weekly, monthly, everything is bullish, no questions. And the daily also market is bullish. Okay, but market has tapped into our major supply zone, which is the daily order block, and now you can expect a good pullback in gold. This is not the time to buy gold. If you've already bought, this is where you should do your profit taking, and now in the shorter term you will see a drop in gold. Okay, so if you want to trade that, that's completely fine. So for that you can go to the lower time frame and see the structure over there. In the 1 hour market is however still very much bullish. You see, we have got this last break of structure. So in order for the 1 hour to turn bearish, we need a breakdown below this low. Okay, but even if that happens, which is definitely possible, like I said, we can see a pullback because this is a daily POI, so it can drop, break the 1 hour structure down. It's definitely very much possible. If that happens, does that mean I'll be looking for a sell opportunity? Then the answer is no. What I'll be looking for a buy opportunity. Now, if I'll be looking for a buy opportunity, then what is going to be my buying zone? So it's going to be a daily POI. Okay, it's going to be a daily POI, which is going to be this zone. So this is where I'll be watching to look for a buy entry. This will be my daily order block, and this is where I want to buy gold. Okay, I hope you can hear me. Yep. Okay, great. So this is where I'll be looking for an entry in gold, and I'll be looking for buying opportunities only. So what will be my next plan in gold? It's very simple. In the shorter term, we will see gold drop, but we're not interested to go against the higher time frame trend, which is still very much bullish. In that case, I want gold to come down, tap into this daily order block, and from here we'll be looking for buying opportunity. That means now gold needs to drop, tap into this POI, and from here we will be looking for buying, and we'll be looking to target this last high. This is going to be my plan in gold now for the next 2 days that we have, and also for the next week. In the next week, we will see a major push to the upside, a major expansion in gold. Why? Because daily has already tapped into this major order block. We are already seeing market reject from this zone, which is expected. Now we focus on this zone, and from here with confirmation we will look for an entry and we will target this high. This will be our plan in gold right now. Okay, so once market taps this zone, you can look for an entry in the 1 hour time frame. You can go to the 1 hour and look for a structure shift or a 3 candle swing pattern to look for an entry from here, and you will be targeting this last all-time high in gold. Okay, why? Because this buy is coming from a daily POI, so your target will be what? It will be a daily liquidity level, which will be the last swing high in gold. Okay, so this is going to be your target in gold, and this is what we are watching, and the technicals are telling us that one more high is definitely very much possible in gold. Okay, and further confirmation you will get once market taps this and then market closes a daily candle above this high. What I'm saying are very technical things, are very minute things which I have observed throughout the months and years, and that's why I'm able to tell this. Okay, once market comes down, taps this zone, and then market shows expansion from here. Let's say you see a green candle, you see another green candle like this, which closes above $5,100. This is the time you go heavily in gold. You enter heavy positions in gold. You can put your stop loss below the candle, and you can target the last high. This is what I'm watching for, and that's why I'm so excited, because this was what I wanted to see. I preferred to see when market tapped into this weekly POI over here, but here market could not create any POI, right? And that is why I was looking for sell opportunity from this zone as well. But now since market has displaced, market has created this daily POI, I am really excited to look for a buy opportunity from this daily POI. So this is my plan for next week. Once market taps, you can look for an entry from here as well. Okay, target will be the same, and once market closes, once gold closes one daily candle above $5,100, you go heavily in gold. You buy gold as much as possible. Obviously, you have to follow your risk management, but you can take a higher risk. Let's say you risk 2% in one trade. In general, in this trade, you can risk 5%. Right, and it's, you can say, 80% guaranteed that this will be a profitable trade, because market is completely bullish. Market is coming from a weekly POI, and now according to the weekly, the target should be over here, the last high. Right, in the daily, market is bullish. Market is creating this three-side pullback. Market has tapped for the first time into this daily OB, and market is getting rejected from here, and then market drops. Just look at the story, look at the narrative here. Market then drops to another daily order block which it has created, and this is going to act as a line of defense for gold to push higher. And once market rejects this zone, where it should go next, there is only one way for it to go. It is to the last high. This is what is getting me so much excited for the next week, when market taps into these daily order block and we see market expand from here as well. We'll be looking for a buy entry from here. And also, like I said, once again, if you want further confirmation, further confidence in your buying setup, wait for the daily candle to close above $5,100, and then blindly, literally blindly, you can buy gold. What I'm saying this is with amount of experience that you are not going to find everywhere. Okay, now why am I saying that this is the exact setup that market is going to play out in the next couple of days and the next week specifically? Because the same thing market has done multiple times. Should I show you? Yeah, maybe I should show you. So let me show you. Look at this. Market created new break-off structure, right? Okay, then market drops. What does it do? It taps into this zone. Right, it taps into this zone. This is what? This is a daily order block. From here, market reverses, expands. Then what does it do? It goes all the way up. From where does it give a rejection? Daily order block. Look closely. Daily order block. Right? Market taps into the daily, market rejects. This rejection is important, and this is what exactly we are watching right now in gold. Then what happens? Then market gives a major pullback. Sellers have already sold from here. Those were already bearish. They have taken their sells from here. Stop loss above the order block, targeting this last low, because they're expecting gold to completely grab from here. But that does not happen. Market gives a pullback. Where does it come to? Market comes and taps this order block. Okay, yes, it did not exactly tap into this, but you can see it came and it tapped into this fair value gap, but it was very close to this order block. Maybe in other brokers it has tapped into this order block, and then market expands. And once you see a closing above the previous high, the candle which rejected above this, a daily candle closes, what happens next? Market goes directly to the upside to take out the last high. That's exactly the pattern that we are witnessing right now in gold. So whatever story I'm telling you, this is not my story. This is what I have seen previously happening in gold, and that's what I'm telling you. And that's why I have so much conviction in this setup that I'm telling you, that once you see market expand from these daily order block, give a daily candle closing above these candles high, which rejected previously this daily order block, you can go heavily in gold. Just go heavily in gold. You can say literally blindly, but obviously manage your risk. Don't put all your portfolio in one single trade. That might work out, but that is going to destroy your psychology. So don't do that. Okay, so this was one example. Let me show you more. Okay, even so here, look at this beautiful example. Look at this. Daily is bullish, right? Market creates this new break-off structure. Where does it come to? The last order block, right? What happens? Market tries to close below this, even closes one single candle, where many people became bearish. They wanted to sell gold, but what happens next? Market slowly takes time, but market recovers. Market expands, creates POIs. Multiple POIs are getting created, right? Now see this. Where from market rejects? Market rejects from the daily order block. Do you see this? This is the perfect setup, that if you're looking for one single setup to trade, you can follow this setup, right? But obviously you have to understand the market according to the situations and trade accordingly. Anyhow, so market taps this. What happens next? Market rejects this level. You can see the sellers coming up, strong candles, right? What happens? Market comes all the way down to tap where? To tap this daily order block which market has created while pushing higher. Just like over here, market comes down, taps into this fair value gap before pushing higher. Market taps into this order block before pushing higher. Then what happens? Once again, market tries to close above this candle's high. Is it able to do so? No. What happens? Market drops. Where does it come to? Market taps into these newly created order block, and from here it finds strength to push higher. And then finally we see market closing above these candles high. And then what happens? Market goes for the last high. This is exactly what we're trying to watch in gold right now as well, right? If you see over here, that's exactly what we're looking to trade. We're looking to go heavily in gold once market gets displaced after tapping into the daily order block, and then push higher, close above this high. And once it does, we will go heavily in gold. We will buy gold and we will target the last high. Okay, so we can take two entries in gold. First one would be from this zone. Right now is not the time to buy. Right now, wait for market to give a pullback, because it has tapped into this massive supply zone, which is the daily order block. So there will be selling coming from this zone, which is expected, right? And once market drops, taps into this zone, then you'll be looking for new opportunity from this zone. And then once market breaks above today's candle's high, you go heavily in gold. You buy gold heavily and you target all the way to this high. You can literally catch from 5,200 to 5,600, $400 of move. If you have 0.01 lot size, if you have very small account, even with 0.0 lot size, you can make literally $400 very, very easily. And I'm giving this out for completely free. So you can say I'm giving out $400 to a micro account trader for completely free. And if this does not work, you come and you tell me that I believed on you, I had faith on you, your analysis, and I followed this, and this did not work. Okay, you just come and tell me. So what I'm telling you today is something which is repeated multiple times, and I have shown you examples. Recent examples are not examples from 5 years back, from decades back. These are recent examples where the market is moving still inside this structure, right? And you can find this exact pattern again and again and again, and it's the same pattern which is being formed in the market. So do not miss this move. That's why I came live today, to give you this update that I'm very excited in gold for the next couple of days, because this is the move that I am looking to catch in gold. Okay, so right now, surely in the shorter term, market will drop, market will give pullback. Market is not directly going to break this, because this is our daily order block. This is a higher time frame supply zone. This is a high resistance liquidity. It is going to provide resistance to gold. It is not going to just let the buyers just push directly to the upside. There will be resistance from this zone. Market will drop, but once market taps this daily order block, you will be looking for buying once again. Why? Because market did the same thing again and again in the recent past, and that's what we are following. We're following the footprints of the market. Okay, guys, so that's what I had to tell you in gold. Silver is actually weaker than gold. So in silver, I don't have anything concrete like that. It's much weaker than gold actually. So I cannot give you similar kind of setup in silver right now. But if gold pushes higher, then silver is also going to follow, just like in gold. And you can see over here as well, we have got the 5 waves, and now a pullback should be seen. And once market completes the pullback, it is going to push higher once again. So in silver, if you want to look for a setup in the daily, I don't see actually any POI. Okay, so this candle is actually the daily order block in silver. So I have missed it. So once market taps into this daily order block and gives some kind of confirmation from here, you can actually look for buying opportunity. And according to the structure, since silver is weaker, we are going to target this high as our first target, and then if it closes above this, then we can go for the next high. So this will be our next target. So this will be the setup in silver. Since it's weaker, I'm not going to consider all the way up there. I'll just looking for the nearest liquidity and consider them as my targets. Okay guys, so in silver, this will be the zone to watch. Wait for market to come down, tap into this zone. So this is already over. Okay, so this will be your liquidity in that case. Let market drop, tap into the daily order block, and from here, if you see 1 hour structure shift or even just a displacement of 3 candles, you can look for an entry in silver. And like I said, this high is going to be your initial target, and after that, if it continues higher, in that case you will target this high as well. Okay, so this will be your trade setup in silver for the next couple of days. So I hope it's clear what we're looking for in gold and silver. Gold right now is, if you are in the intraday, then definitely it's bearish, it's under pressure. If you go to the 15 minutes, then it has already changed its structure. You can see that market broke its structure over here. In the 1 hour, the structure is still intact, but as I told you, market has tapped into a daily order block, so it is not just directly going to push higher. You can see more drop to the downside in silver. So once it drops, this low is going to act as liquidity, and then it's possible that in the 1 hour, you see something like this, where you see one candle either just come down, tap into this daily order block, and then close up. This will be a liquidity sweep. Or you can also see that a red candle close in the 1 hour, tap into this POI, and after that you see a green candle recover and close up back. So this is also a liquidity sweep. If 1 hour closes below this, don't consider that 1 hour has become bearish and gold has become bearish completely and look for selling opportunity. Don't do that. Okay, so everything is indicating from the higher time frame to the lower time frame that we are still in a bullish market, and I am going to continue looking for buying opportunity in gold. And I hope that I have given you a very clear understanding and explanation of what to look for in the next couple of days. And yes, those who have voted bullish over here, that's a good sign that your bias is also quite clear. But some people are still 40%, that's not some people actually, that's a lot of people are still bearish in gold, which yes, you can be bearish in the shorter term. If you want to trade in intraday, if you trade the 15 minutes time frame, then surely you can be bearish. But in the longer term, gold is still, you can say, indicating that it wants to push higher and more extensions can be seen in gold. Okay, we already have got a good amount of pullback to the downside, so it's possible that gold recovers from here slowly. Obviously it's going to take time, but market is going to recover. Trillions of dollars have been wiped out, so that kind of inflow has to come into the market for market to once again push to the upside to the last high. Okay, so it is going to take some time. Okay guys, so that's the update in gold and silver. I hope it was helpful. If it was, make sure to like this stream, and also for more updates in gold and silver, you can join the Telegram channel. You can find the link below in the description. So let me know what are your thoughts in gold and silver in the comments, and if you have any queries in any other pairs, I'll be happy to help you with that. Else I'll just look to wind up the stream. Whatever update I had to give, I have shared with you. Now you just have to wait for market to tap into these POIs, look for confirmation, and then look for your entries. Okay, so this is the plan that I'll be following in gold and silver. Let's look at crypto. So BTC is still definitely quite bearish and it's still dropping, and I'm actually watching this lower trend line over here. So I think good amount of support can be taken from this zone, because we have got this order block over here as well. So it has already been tapped, but still if we refine it, then maybe we still have got this demand zone which is still untapped. So it's possible that it drops, taps this zone, and from here it can recover once again. And if you want to invest in crypto, then maybe it's a good time to invest, because this is the time when market is completely fearful. And Warren Buffett says, whenever everybody is fearful, when everybody is fearing to enter in the market, this is the time when you should enter into the market. So if you're looking for investment, then maybe it's a good time to put some into BTC and also in Ethereum as well. Ethereum is cheap like hell right now. If you want it, then surely you can get some. It's down almost 65%. So it's a good time, very good time actually, to look for some investment purpose. For trading purpose, I'm not sure that we have got a low or something like that. So maybe we have to wait, and maybe Ethereum takes out this low as well before reversing once again. So let's see what happens. And Trump is quite vocal about Bitcoin. He doesn't want the banks to actually, put pressure into crypto. He wants crypto to be a mainstream payment system, and that's what he is looking for, and he's quite vocal about it. So maybe he tweets something about it, and maybe crypto recovers. So something can be seen, and something positive can be seen in crypto in the upcoming days. So let's see what happens. But overall, if you want to invest in crypto, then yeah, it can be a good time to start investing. We have got already a massive correction unfolding in crypto. Okay, so apart from that, let's see if we have any questions. Seems like you don't have any questions. Okay, so that's fine. That means whatever I'm teaching or explaining, you are understanding it quite well, which is a good sign that you are listening to me attentively. And I hope that you catch these moves in gold. First one would be from this zone, this daily order block, and second one would be once daily closes. Now you can write these notes in your chart as well. When I used to learn in my early days, I also used to write these things in my chart, just to remind myself what I have to do, what I have to see. Anyhow, so you can just write it out in your chart that once daily closes above today's candle high, whatever it is, you will be directly looking for an entry. You don't have to look for any buying setup or any entry level. You can just directly enter the market, because then the buyers are once again ready to push gold higher, because it has already you can say broken above the last high, which was the rejection level. Okay, so that means that now buyers are ready and gold has only one direction to go to, which is to the upside. So you can actually just take an entry once you see the daily close above the high, and just take an entry like that. You don't have to look for any lower time frame POIs or anything like that. You can just target the last high. Okay, so this is my update in gold and silver, and yeah, I hope it was helpful. And I'm still looking for higher prices in gold. Silver also will be bullish if gold becomes bullish. If gold becomes much stronger and pushes higher, silver will also follow. But silver is not as powerful right now as gold. It still lacks that kind of intent that gold is showing. Gold is at least trying to push higher, and it is recovering actually well. It has recovered quite faster in these you can say initial days after the fall, but silver not so much. But yes, silver will also follow once gold starts to recover and push higher. Okay, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be as quick as gold, because if you look at gold silver ratio, then you will see that it is actually pushing higher. So this indicates that gold is much stronger than silver. It has also broken multiple levels of resistances, as you say, or you can say that market has a broken structure and it is pushing higher. So as long as this continues to push to the upside, you can expect that gold is going to remain powerful, stronger than silver. Okay, here you can see market dropped in a massive way. This is the time when silver gave much better ROIs than gold, but now you can see that thing has reversed. So gold is becoming much more stronger than silver. Okay, so does that mean that silver is not going to push to the upside? That's not what I mean. That I mean that right now silver is much weaker compared to gold. Gold is recovering much quicker than gold, much faster than gold. Okay, so overall my view still remains to the higher prices. I'm still looking for higher prices in gold and also in silver as well. Okay, so that's it for today. More updates will be shared in my channel, so make sure you join this. You can find the link below in the description. And also, if you want this kind of trades exactly with the signals, then you can join our membership, which is for a very fair price, I believe. It's only $1 a day, so it's, I think, very, very cheap. Anyhow, so I will see you tomorrow. Till then, take care and trade safe.